This is the Roulette Master, and I can't wait to share with you this incredible roulette system that was just sent in today. This one's called Roulette Mastery, and it's going to go head-to-head with the Play Like a Pro roulette system that I use in the casino regularly, and we're going to see which system makes the most money over 15 minutes. And each system is going to have $1,300 of total bankroll. And let's go ahead and get started. Remember, if that's too much bankroll for you, you can use it with dollar units if you play online for just $130. So keep that in mind, and let's get started. We're going to have Play Like a Pro up first. And once I place the bets, we're going to start the timer for 15 minutes. I can't wait to see which one of these systems ends up winning. And the last numbers here we have are 15 and 34, which means before we start the Play Like a Pro system, we need 2 to bet against. And if you haven't seen this before, I'll show you everything you need to know to play it. There's a 2 black. So now we have 2 black numbers. We start with red for $10. I'm going to start the timer. There it goes, and let's spin. So this system will get 15 minutes. We're going to be using the 6 outside bets. And we start out with a loss. So we're going to stay on red, and we'll be at 20 now instead of 10. Here we go. And we're looking for two things to bet against out of the 6 outside bets, which are, and there's a win there, 1 to 18, even, red, black, odd, and 19 to 36. So you can see now we're up $10, and now we need to spin again, which you don't have to do very often, but occasionally you'll need to spin to get two in a row of one of those 6 outside bets to bet against. So right now we have 2 reds in a row, so let's go black for $10. Here we go. We're just 1 minute in of the first 15 minutes of this competition. And this is a 16 red that just came up. Let's see. That is a loss. So we'll have 20 on black now. And let's spin. Here we go. All right, that is a 3 red. So we will double again from 20 to 40. All right, now we'll have $40 on black. Here we go. That's a 19 red. And don't worry, we're going to have plenty more chances to double here. So we're on 80 now on black. And that's why we have a $1,300 bankroll. But again, if you use dollar units, you could do a $130 bankroll. So there we got the win. And that's why we have that bankroll. We're up 20 now. And there's 2 odd numbers in a row. So let's go even for 10. So hopefully you can see what I'm doing. I'm always having 2 in a row of one of those 6 outside bets to go the opposite way with. And here we go. That's an 18. That's a win. So now we have 2 1 to 18s in a row. We're going to go 19 to 36 for 10. We're up 30 right now. And you can see there's almost always something to bet against, but occasionally you have to spin without betting. And that is a 4 black. And that's a loss. So we'll go to 20 now. You can see we're up 20, but we should be up more than that once we get the win, because you don't really get to see where you're at until you get a win on each. So there's a win, and now you can see all of a sudden now we're up $40. We have 2 evens in a row. Let's go odd. Actually, 3 evens in a row. That's even better. Let's go odd for 10. And here we go. That gives us a little bit of a head start in the progression, and that's a 33 black. Okay, we won. So now we're up 50. Let's go red now since the last 3 are black. And let's spin red for 10. And here we go. That's a 35 black. That's a loss, so let's go 20 on red now. It's a good thing we had that head start there. Let's see what we get here. And that's a red 5, and that's a win. So let's check our balance. We're up $60 after 3 minutes and 15 seconds of playtime. Let's start with even now, because the last 3 are odd. And if you get more than 2 to bet against, that's even better. So we will take that. That is a 20 black, and that is a win. So now we're going to spin without betting for the first time in a while. We're up $70. And again, the reason we're spinning is because we don't have 2 in a row of one of the 6 outside bets. That's a 16 red. Okay, so now we're going to go, we have a 16 and a 20. They're both even. Let's go odd for 10. And again, this first system, Play Like a Pro, is going to go 15 minutes and has a $1,300 bankroll. And then Roulette Mastery, the new roulette system that came in today that looks fantastic, is coming up next. It will also have 15 minutes of play time. We're up $80 now, and let's go 19 to 36 for 10 because the last two have been 1 to 18. And here we go. That is a 17 black. Okay, that's a loss, so we'll go 20 on 19 to 36 now. And here we go. Let's spin. And that's a 30 red. That is a win. So we look for a new bet. We're up $90. And let's go ahead and spin without betting because we don't have anything. We don't have two in a row right now. Let's see what we get. That's a 25 red. So now we have two red in a row, two 19 to 36s in a row. Let's go 1 to 18 for $10. And here we go. And basically, if it took 8 in a row for you to lose, basically it would take 10 in a row. It would take 2 more than what you had before if you wait 2 before you start, and that's the goal. So now we're going to have 20 on 1 to 18. We're going to double the bet because we lost, and if we lose again, we will double again. But that is a 26 black. That is a loss. So we'll go to 40 now on 1 to 18, and let's see if we can get a win here. Here we go. That is a loss. That's a 20 black. So we will go from 40 to 80. Let's see if we can get a 1 to 18 now. And we're 5 minutes, 36 seconds into the first 15 minutes of this competition. And there's a win. That's a 15 black. So now we can go red because the last 3 are black. We're up $100. And let's spin. Here we go. All right. This is a 19 red. That's a win. So now, let's see, we have 2 odd in a row. Let's go even for 10. And hopefully you can see what I'm doing there. I'm finding 2 in a row of one of those 6 outside bets. Then I go the opposite way. And that's a 4 black. That's another win. So we need to spin without betting now. We are currently up $120 after 6 minutes and 16 seconds out of that first 15 minutes. And that's a 29 black. Okay, so now we have 2 black in a row. Let's go red for 10. And that just gives us 2 head start on the progression. And here we go. That is a 3 red. That is a win. So now we have 2 odd in a row. Let's go even for 10. Check our balance. We're up $130. And let's spin again. Here we go. And that is a 36 red. And that's another win. So we have 2 red in a row now. Let's go black. And we're up 140 and doing fantastic. So let's keep it rolling. We're 7 minutes in out of 15 right now. That's a 23 red. That's a loss. So we'll go black for 20 now and spin. Let's see if we can get a black number. Here we go. And we did. That's a 6 black. Fantastic. And let's spin without betting now. And then we'll check our balance. Hopefully have something to bet against. Here we go. That's a 27 red. All right, we need to spin one more time, and our balance, we're up 150 right now. And here we go. Let's see what we get. That's a 12 red. Okay, we have 2 red in a row now, so let's go black for 10. Again, we're still up 150. And here we go. Let's see what we get. Almost 8 minutes in here out of that first 15 minutes of the challenge, and that's a 28 black. That's a win. Let's go odd now because the last 2 are even. And you can see we're up 160 now, doing fantastic. And here we go. That's a 1 red. Okay, so now we need to spin without betting. We're currently up $170. And let's see if we can find 2 things to bet against again out of those 6 outside bets. Here's an 8 black. And now we have 2 1 to 18, so we'll go 19 to 36 for 10, and we're spinning. Here we go. Let's see what we get. That's a 0, so that's a loss. And one thing I've been doing lately is if I hit a 0, I just take a little bit of a loss and I don't double on that bet. So, I'm going to stay at 10. That's something new that I've just added to Play Like a Pro. is when I do hit 0 or double 0, I stop doubling it, and it gives me a small loss, but I'm okay with a $10 loss. So on that. So okay, now we have we need to spin because there's a 0 still in there. We need 2 to bet against. So here we go. That's a double 0. Okay, so we need to spin again. Here we go. It's a 26 black. We need 2 fresh numbers. And let's spin one more time. But I found that almost every time that you've busted with, that I've ever busted with Play Like a Pro in the past, there's always been a 0 involved. And that's why I have stopped doubling when I hit 0. I just take a small loss and I move forward. And here we go. That's a 15 black. Okay, we lost, so we're going to go to 20 on red. I'm sure a lot of you have dealt with the same thing. Like every time you have a horrible streak, there's a 0 involved. And let's cut that out of the equation. So we lost there. Now we're going to go to 40 on red and spin. Here we go. We're 10 minutes in out of 15, and that's a 14 red. So that's a win. Fantastic. So now we're going to go to odd after the last 2 are even. We're up 180, and you can see that didn't really hurt us any. I mean, it hurt us $10 when we didn't double on that 0, but you know what? That's not a big deal. So we're going to double on odd. Now we have 20 on odd. Here we go. And let's see what we get here. There's a 30 red. That's a loss. Okay, so now we're going to go to 40. And we're on odd still. Here we go. Let's see if we can get an odd number. All right, that is a 12 red. That's a loss. So we will go to 80 now and spin. This is why it's so important to have the $1,300 bankroll, because we just lost again there. So now we need to go to 160 on odd and spin. Here we go. And we will have 3 more chances here. There's one of them. We lost again. So now we have a 320 bet on odd. Here we go. And let's spin. Let's see an odd number. Here we go. 11 minutes, 20 seconds in. And there we go. We got it. So that just shows you right there the importance of a bankroll. Because now you look back, we're still up 190 and we picked up $10. So now let's go black for 10 because all those red numbers are there. And let's spin. Here we go. That's a 30 red. That's a loss. So we will go to 20 on black now. And let's spin. We'll check our balance after this one. Here we go. We're almost 12 minutes in. And there's a 0. So again, we're going to use that same strategy. We're not going to increase the bet when we hit 0. We're just going to leave the bet the same and not go to 40 here. So here we go. And we did lose again, but that's okay. We're one better. And now we're going to go to 40 on black. And let's spin. And you never know, that could be the one that saves you. And there we go. We got the win. We would have won either way, but I like that new change in the system there. We're up 180. We did lose $10, but I'm okay with that. And we're going to go back to 1 to 18 for 10 now because the last 2 are 19 to 36. We're 12 minutes, 38 seconds in out of the first 15 minutes. There's a 20 black. Okay, so we'll go to 20 on, 1 to 18, and spin. There we go. Let's see what we get here. And that's a 10 black. That is a win. All right, we're up 190 again. We got it back, and you can see that 10 didn't really hurt us any. So now we can either go even or red. Let's go even for 10 because the last 3 are, let me make sure that's right there. Just 1 second. That's a 33 black. And actually, we bet on the wrong one there. We were supposed to bet odd, not even. So we'll just take a $10 loss there since I kind of messed that up. Now let's go red for 10. We'll take it. It's okay to take a $10 loss if you make a mistake like that. We would have actually won though, so actually it's a $20 swing. But you know, when you do make a mistake when you're playing roulette, just jump right back on board and keep going. And and don't let it phase you. So here we go. That's a 19 red. Okay, so now we are up 190. We're almost 14 minutes in, so only about a minute left with this first system. Let's spin without betting here to get 2 to bet against again. And here we go. That's a 1 red. Okay, so let's go black now for 10. And here we go. We have just under a minute left of this first system. It's doing fantastic, and there's a 0. So again, let's use that same rule. We're not going to double when we hit 0. We're going to keep the bet the same. And here we go. It sets you back $10, but I'm okay with that. And that's a 3 red, because we could get to the end of this progression here, and now we're going to double. But we could get to the end of this progression here, and that could be what saves us. And there's a 10 black. We would have won either way. But I still feel good knowing that I played it safe on that. We're up 190. Let's go 19 to 36 for 10. And if we can get the win here, we'll be up $200. Let's see what we get. And we got it. And let's see here. We are up $200, and the timer is up. So the first 15 minutes is over of the challenge. Play Like a Pro system made $200. Did fantastic. And I can't wait now to see how Roulette Mastery does against this with the same $1,300 bankroll and $10 units. So let's get started. I can't wait for it. Here we go. All right, it's time for Roulette Mastery, the new roulette system today, and I'm going to go ahead and place the bets, and then we'll start the 15-minute timer. I can't wait to see how much it makes in 15 minutes compared to the Play Like a Pro system that just won $200. And let's go ahead and get those bets out there, and I'll show you everything you need to know to play this way. We're going to have $10 on second column, $10 on 13 to 17 corner, and $10 on the 1721 corner, and that's a $30 total bet, $1,300 bankroll. I just started the timer for 15 minutes, and let's start. Here we go. Let's see what we get on the first one. That is a 6 black. Okay, and we lost. With this system, we are going to go up 2 every time we lose. So each of these 10s is going to turn into 30. And we're going to spin. And you can see there's some jackpot numbers there, which I'm going to tell you about here soon. But let's just play a few here and see how it works starting out. And we started out really rough, but that's okay. So let's add 2 to each again. Now we have a 150 total bet. And let's see if we can get a good hit here. That is a 12 red. And that's another loss. So rough start. We're already down 270 of the $1,300 bankroll. But don't worry. Let's keep going and see how this works. Because you can see there's some big jackpot numbers there. And now we have 70 on each for 210 total. Here we go. We need to get some second column hits. And that is an 18 red. Okay, look at that. $420 win. So now we're up 150. So we are going to go back to the original bet now because we're in session profit. So let's go back to the original bet of 10 on each, which is $30. Okay, here we go. So again, even after that rough start, we're still up $150 now. That was a great win. Here we go. Let's see what we get here. That's a 26 black. Okay, that's a break even, so we keep the bet the same when that happens. We're still up 150, and let's spin again. Here we go. We're 2 minutes in out of 15. And that's a 14 red. That's a $90 win. Fantastic. So we are up 240 now. We're in session profit, so we stay at 30 right where we're at and spin again. If we were above 30, then we would go back to 30. And that's a 12 red. That's a loss, so we're going to increase. Here we go, add 2 to each. Now we have a $90 total bet, and we still have our $1,300 bankroll, so we're good there. There's a 6 black, and that's a loss. Okay, so we're up 120 now. We're going to add 2 to each. Okay, 150 total bet, and let's spin. And let's see what we get here. That's a 28 black. That's another loss. So we're going to add 2 again. Here we go. And now we have a 210 total bet. And if we hit that number 17, we're going to be golden. And also those 2 corners are pretty awesome as well. That's a break even. So when that happens, if you hit the second column, but you don't hit one of those numbers that's covered, you break even. Now we'll stay at 210 total bet. Here we go. Let's see what we get. That's 11 black. That's a break even, so we'll keep the bet the same. We're staying at 210 total bet. That's with all 3 bets combined. That's an 8 black. And that's another break even. So we're still, we're at minus 30 right now. But once we hit one of those, then it's time to, think about cashing out. But today we're playing for the full 15 minutes. And I can't wait to see what we do. We just won $420 there on that one spin. So we're up $390 now. And you can see if we do hit that 17 black, it's going to be unreal. So let's go ahead and clear the bets back down to 30. And you can see we're up $390, and let's spin. So 4 minutes, 20 seconds in out of the first 15 minutes, or the 15 minutes of this second system. And again, Play Like a Pro made $200. We're going to increase these by 2, and now we have $30 on each, 90 total. But remember, you can play this with dollar units and just increase by $2 after losses. So remember that as well. And there's a nice $180 win. We're up $540 now. Look at that. And then that makes us go back to the original $30 bet because we're in session profit. So that's fantastic. We're doing great so far, but I can't wait to see how it works for the whole 15 minutes. And there's another $90 win. Look at that. We're up $630. We're going to stay at this $30 bet. And here we go. That's a 16 red. There's a $60 win. Look at that. We're up $690. And wow. So here we go again. Let's spin. See what we get here. That's a 24 black. That's a loss, so we'll increase by 2 on each. $90 total. We're up $660 even after that loss. And here we go. We're at 5 minutes, 48 seconds in. That's another loss, so we will increase by 2 again. 150 total bet. Here we go. All right, let's see what we get. There's a double zero, so we know that's a loss. So let's increase by 2 again. And again, this is why you need the $1,300 bankroll. This is a 210 total bet here, and let's spin. Here we go. That's a 15 black. And that's another loss. So let's go ahead and increase by 2 again. Now we have a 270 total bet, 90 on each. And let's see if we can get a win. That's a 9 red. And that's another loss. So temporarily we're down a little bit here. But we're increasing by 2 each time. Now we have 110 on each of the 3. And let's spin. Here we go. That is a 4 black. That's another loss. So now we're using up some of that bankroll. We need to get a win here pretty soon. And let's get the bets right, though. We need to add 2 to each. There we go. Now we have 130 on each one of those. Let's see if we can get a win. Here we go. And there's a 0. That's not good, guys, but that's okay. We still have our bankroll, but we're going to add 2 to each. Rough patch of numbers here, but that can happen. That's why when you get up a lot, you want to cash out with any of these systems if you get way ahead. And that's a 5 red. That's a break even, so let's stay right there. Same bet we had before. When you break even, you just rebet. And that's a 23 red. That's a break even. So let's just rebet and spin. We're still at the same level because we're not going to increase when we break even. And that's a 10 black. That's another loss. So now, actually, we're minus 1230. I tell you what we should do. I think we, since we don't have enough to bet, I think we're going to have to give today's competition to the Play Like a Pro. But let's increase the bankroll on this one to 2,000 just for fun. See if it can come back. So let's increase by 2 again. And I think we should just ride this out and see how much bankroll this system needs. And I think that would be really important. So that's 11 black. That's a break even. We'll stay right here. I think this will be a good test to see how much bankroll we really need with a system like this. And remember, you can play this with dollars as well. And look at that. That's a $1,530 win. So it just shows you right there with a little bit extra. If we had had a $2,000 bankroll instead of a $1,300 bankroll, we'd be back ahead again. So let's keep playing. We would go back to 30 now. And here we go. Let's back it all the way up to the original 30. Let's just clear them off. So that's 10 on each. Here we go. And let's spin. Again, now we're back up 300. And we needed a little bit more bankroll than what previously thought. But I still like the system. I want to keep playing this out and see how it works. So let's increase by 2 again. And that's a $90 total bet. Here we go. Okay, that's a 27 red. That's a loss, so let's increase by 2 again. And remember, you can do this with dollars and just increase by $2 each time. So you don't have to play with $2,000 bankroll. You can play with $200 bankroll and just use dollar units. So let's see what we get here. That's a 24 black. Okay, we lost. So let's go ahead and increase by 2 again. All right, 210 total. Here we go. All right, let's see what we get. That's a 9 red. That's another loss. So let's go ahead and increase by 2 again. We'll check our bankroll or our balance. Now we have 90 on each. And we're minus 180 out of that $2,000 bankroll. And here we go. That 33 black just hit. And that's a loss. So we increase by 2 again. Now we have 110 on each. 330 total. Here we go. 11 minutes in out of 15. And we'll just continue to play it for the 15 minutes. But man, we've had a lot of zeros with this second system today. So keep that in mind. We're minus 780 now. And let's increase by 2 again. All right, let's spin. Here we go. Let's see if we can get a win. That's a 23 red. It's another break even, so let's just rebet and spin. And if we get that 17, it'll be huge. So I want to keep playing for that as well. Even though we ran out of the original $1,300 bankroll, I think this system needs at least 2,000. So here we go. 150 on each. And let's spin. Here we go. That's it right there. Look at that. 17 black. $2,700. Now we're up $1,530. So that's pretty incredible. I would recommend with this system, you definitely having a $2,000 bankroll, or play with dollar units and use a $200 bankroll. And that's much safer for those of you that don't want to risk that much. But we just went from not having much of anything, being down to up $1,530. Then you would just go back to the original bets again of $10 on each. And here we go. Then we just go to 30. That's 10 on all three again, and we start over. We have about just over 2 minutes of this 15 minutes here. And let's keep the bets the same because we broke even. Again, system's up $1,530 now. We did have to extend the bankroll a little bit. And you know, I like to use play like a pro with a little bit more as well sometimes. So you know, the more bankroll you have, the better chance you have of coming out a winner. It is a little bit more risk. Let's add 2 to each of those again. Now we have a $90 total bet. But it seems like the times I go to the casino with the biggest bankroll is the times when I always come back a winner. So there is more risk, but there's also more reward. And let's repeat that bet at 90 because we broke even. We have a minute and a half left here. And that's a 3 red. Okay, we lost, so we would increase by 2 again. And here we go. That is a 0. So we will increase by 2 again. Here we go. And that's a 210 total bet. Here we go. Let's see what we get. 19 red. Okay, let's increase by 2 again. All right, 270 total bet. And here we go. That's a 25 red. And that's a loss, so we will increase by 2 again. And spin. And obviously you want to cash out after you hit one of the big jackpot numbers. I'm just going to play it out for the full 15 minutes. And that is a 10 black. So obviously when we hit the 17, that's when you want to cash out. But I want you guys to see more of this system. So I'm going to continue to play for the full 15 minutes. And it's almost up right now. Let's see what we get here. That's a 2 black. And that's a break even. So with the $2,000 bankroll, this one ended up making more than Play Like a Pro, with a $450 profit. It did have that massive win on the 17 black, but I have to declare Play Like a Pro the winner, though, because when we started this challenge, it was with a $1,300 bankroll on each, and the original system went slightly over that, and that makes Play Like a Pro the winner for today, with that $200 profit, but this system made $450 with just under a $2,000 bankroll. So so remember that. I think this system needs more. If that's too much for you, play with dollar units and use a $200 bankroll with this one. You could even use 300 with dollar units and give yourself a little more leeway. But that was pretty fun when we hit the 17 black. That was a huge jackpot win. And that was a lot of fun, and that's when you would want to cash out. I just kept playing for the 15 minutes of the competition so you guys could see more, and I hope you really enjoyed it. I hope you're enjoying the channel. If you enjoyed today's video, please give it a like, and please subscribe, because I think you'll love the people in this community. They're fantastic, and they're just really good people that love roulette, and I think you'd love to be a part of that community as well. So give it a shot, and please subscribe. And this is the Roulette Master. And have a great day, everybody.